Yo, what's going on, guys? Man, I'm back with another video. So yesterday we did the bounty video, and I promise, guys, I'm done with the bounty videos. I only did it because people kept asking me, but I'm tired of them too, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not posting no more bounty videos until like maybe way down the line at a different arc. Like if there is information that we get that like there might be a new bounty thing, I don't know. Also, I did see y'all saying that Luffy was getting a 5 billion bounty thing. I didn't really understand y'all's points. And then I went and watched Mr. Moore's video. Shout out to Mr. Moore's. I'll put the 5 billion bounty video in the description. I watched it. He had some good points. Actually. He made a lot of good points, and a lot of your points made sense too. And I can see where y'all coming from 100%. Besides all that though, we're back today. And we are here to talk about the future of Haki in One Piece. And I'm pretty excited to talk about this. We've talked about like devil fruits and stuff before, but I want to do 2 separate videos about Haki and devil fruits as well, because with the newfound Conqueror's coding, there are so many avenues that we can go down. And then there's other people that I think could possibly get coding and maybe even future sight, maybe. But I want to talk a little bit about each 3 types of Haki and where I think Conquerors is going to go. But of course, before we get into the video, you know I gotta get through the boring shit. If you like the video, make sure you hit it with a like, man. I'd appreciate it. You know, it's free, you feel me? Stop playing. But also, if you like One Piece content like this, make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notifications, blah, blah, blah. You know all that. Let's get straight to the video though. So Conqueror's coding is so interesting. At first, I thought it might be one of those like overrated Hakis. Like it wouldn't be that crazy. But when Kaido says only the strong have this ability, I knew right then Conqueror's coding is going to separate the boys from the men. And or the boys that we don't know if they're a boy or a girl, Yamato from the men. I'm just kidding. Too soon for the jokes? All right, I'm sorry. I love Yamato, y'all know that. But anyways, my point is Conqueror's coding is what separates the legends from the peasants, it seems like. And I do think that there will be characters that are strong enough to compete with Conqueror's coders. I'm gonna call them Conqueror's coders for this video, but I think that's gonna be very few. There's not gonna be a ton of people that can just compete with Conqueror's coders and they don't have Conqueror's coding. So that goes into my first point. For the future of Haki, I think we're going to see finally that Rio can go to a certain level that it can compete with Conqueror's coding. Now hear me out. I think there may be possibly characters such as Mihawk. Mihawk may have Conqueror's coding. He might have Conqueror's. I'm not 100% sure. He is the world's strongest swordsman. And Zoro is aspiring to be the world's strongest swordsman, and Zoro has Conquerors, so it's like Mihawk might have Conquerors too. It just makes sense. They're conquering other strong swordsmen. That's kind of what their whole ambition is. So Mihawk having Conquerors does make sense. But how awesome would it be if he has Rio that can compete with Conqueror's coding? Do you know how awesome it would be to be like, hey, he is the world's strongest swordsman and he doesn't even have coding? That would be insane. But what does Rio have to do in order to go to that level? Well, I think it may be tied to Black Blades. I think with Gyokamaru on Bandit Bridge, that conversation that him and Zoro had was very, very alluding to the fact that maybe Haki could have something to do with Black Blades. Now, of course, in Oda fashion, right before Zoro could say anything about it, Kamazo shows up and Hiyori shows up and she's yelling, help me, help me, help me. And you know, Zoro gonna help out women and children, that's him. So we really didn't get to hear about what could cause Black Blades. And I think that we're going to find out that Rio is involved in that. Maybe Rio can be transferred through the flow of Haki into blades enough that it can create a black blade, which creates a stronger weapon. And maybe that's why Enma can end up being a black blade, but also maybe why Yoru, Mihawk's blade, can compete with others that have Conqueror's coding, even though he doesn't have it. Now, I don't know if having a black blade is going to make you very strong or stronger, but I would assume so. I mean, you're flowing Haki into it to the point where it becomes a solidified blade. It has to make the blade stronger, right? Like, I can't be the only one that thinks that. When you turn your blades into the BBC, I'm just playing, pause. I'm playing, bro. But nah, when you turn your blade into a black blade through the flow of Haki, that shows me that your proficiency in flowing Haki has reached that level to where you're altering iron ore of your sword, or whatever the hell your fucking sword is made out of. It doesn't matter. Now, there could be other exclusions to the list of people that may be stronger than Conqueror's coders that are stronger for other reasons. Like, maybe not stronger than Conqueror's coders, but can compete with them. Like, maybe Sanji, right? Sanji's getting these power-ups through his lineage factor abilities, and he may have gotten this exoskeleton and regenerative powers, so this may be a way for him to lead into being as powerful as someone that has coding without having it. but I think Haki is still important. He still has to use hardening and Rio and things like that. He won't be able to compete just with these abilities, but with these abilities plus the raid suits, if he still uses it, or plus Haki, I think that could equal out to a coder. I think there are going to be characters that have other abilities that can add up with the regular Haki that could take him to this level. So maybe Mihawk with his black blade could make him stronger, and also his just mastery of swordsman skill with his already strong Rio was enough to compete with someone who is a coder. This is all assuming that Mihawk does not have conquerors or coding, but I just thought that maybe it would be really cool to see a character that is a top tier that could be Admiral Yonko level, and he doesn't have to have the conqueror's coding, because I don't think all of the top tiers will have coding, but I do think only the strong can have the ability, like Kaido said. When we seen the shadows behind Luffy, we seen Roger, Whitebeard, Odin, Zebek, we seen me, we seen Big Four. I'm just kidding. But we seen these strong characters behind Luffy, and Shanks was there too. You feel me? The one-armed god himself, you feel me? Now my nigga can't clap, but he will clap your girl, you feel me? Stop playing with Shanks. My point is that they are very strong individuals that were behind Luffy. And these people probably had coding because Kaido mentioned them when he thought about people that actually harmed him. And what harmed him? We've seen Conqueror's coding do it. The scar got left by Conqueror's coding / by Odin, and now by Zoro. Conqueror's coding's the key, and that's why Luffy's using it against them now. Why Yamato is using it against them on the roof as well. Now, I've talked about Rio and how I think Rio and Black Blades could lead to be like the future of matching coding. But I want to talk about how coding is going to be in the future, because I believe that it's possible that Conqueror's Haki could be more than just the coding. I think, bro, I've said coding at least 1,000 times so far, yo. We need a coding counter. But anyways, yo, someone in the comments count how many times I said coding. And if I see it, I'll pin it. Because that's pretty funny. But anyways, fuck all that. I think that Conquerors could be more than just the coding, as I said. I've mentioned this before, but in the video games, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because I know y'all like Sin, you always bring up the video games. I have to, bro. It's crazy. Shanks is out here making tornadoes and lightning and all types of shit. Now, people have made theories that, you know, Conqueror's Haki could affect the weather before. People have made these theories. People have said these things before. This is not something new. This is not something that we haven't seen. But if it can affect the weather and create lightning or whatever and make you static shock, you know how cool that would be? Like, imagine you're fighting someone and you're in the middle of a combo and you start throwing lightning bolts at them. What are you, Thor? Like, bro, you're going crazy. I think that Conqueror's Haki is going to be more than just overwhelming someone that has less will. It's going to be more than just making your blows stronger, pause, and will also be able to do cool things like that. I think Shanks might have that ability. Now, Pirates Warrior 4 doesn't have to be right in every facet, but it's been right with all the Kaido's moves. I'm just saying. The Wind Scar and all that, the Boro Breath and all that. I'm just saying. What about Observation Haki? So, Future Sight. I think that Future Sight might be the pinnacle of Observation Haki, but some people are wondering, Sin, do you think that Usopp could get an Observation Haki that's powerful and different, but not just Future Sight? Let's think about it. What could Usopp use that could allow him to be as strong as someone like a Van Augur, someone like a Usopp? I think his Observation Haki is already cool. He has the ability to see through the walls. We've seen this before. He sent Sugar and Dressrosa, but he needs to learn how to use this continuously. And I think we could expand upon this by making some sort of like mantra thing, like from Skypiea. You remember when Enel used his thunder abilities with his lightning thunder abilities with his devil fruits? Y'all know what I meant. And he combined them with his observation, which was called mantra at the time. And he made like a sonar over the entire island. I think that if Usopp can learn how to do this, but with vision, that would be great. Imagine he's fighting an enemy and he has like eagle sight or hawk sight. You got Van Augur all in the background. He's sniping. You got Usopp sniping, but we need a way for him to see far. Like, I mean, look at Fujitora, right? He's using his observation Haki without even looking, and he can bring fucking asteroids down from the sky. So imagine if Usopp can mimic that good of observation, but do it with his eyesight. You know how far he could see? Bro, that would make everything awesome. But if he can combine that with Haki for his projectiles, I think that's going to be the key, because it doesn't matter how far Usopp can see or how much he can sense. If he can't shoot his projectiles that far, then what does it even matter? But I think in the future of observation, we're going to see some sort of like hawk sight. And I think that might be what Mihawk has. And I know that's kind of, you know, cliche, Mihawk, hawk sight, whatever. But I think his eyes are like that for a reason. We're going to see some sort of advanced observation that's not just future sight. But speaking of future sight, people are like, Sin, do you think Sanji's getting future sight? We've seen him dodge that jelly bean, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this man Sanji is just allergic to candy, bro. That's why he moves like, I'm just kidding. But I think that Sanji getting future sight, it would be very cool. Imagine you have someone that is light speed, you feel me? Well, light speed in anime form, because, you know, physics don't mean anything in anime, but you know what I mean. But he's light speed, he has invisibility, and he has observation haki to see in the future, to glimpse. This man is about to become Marty from Back to the Future, bro. About to come Doc and all that. Bro, Sanji would be crazy with future sight. Do I think he'll get it? I'm 50-50 on it. But I think that the future of Haki in One Piece could lead to him getting future sight. And future sight is awesome. I think we haven't even seen the pinnacle of it because Katakuri have been working on it for years, it seems, and Luffy's getting pretty good with it. But man, we know that from data books, Sanji specializes in observation, so maybe he could get his own special observation haki. However, I think him getting fucking future sight would be insane. Like, well, what are we talking about? I think all in all, though, out of all the hakis, coding is going to push the future of One Piece the most. Coding is going to be the thing that differentiates all of the weaklings from the strong people, and we're going to have to see other strong characters like a Mihawk if he doesn't have it, maybe characters like Sanji, Shiryu, people like the admirals that don't have coding, but they have maybe strong devil fruits that can help them keep up with the regular haki, or maybe they have other abilities that can help them keep up with the regular haki that can let them compete with these top tiers. But I think the top tiers will always be coders. It just makes sense. Yo, we should really start calling them coders, though. It's kind of cool, but I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, these are just my minimal thoughts on Conqueror's coding of Haki and future Haki of One Piece. But I want to know what all of you think. So make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. Also, join my Discord and follow me on Twitch. Links will be in the pinned comments. And as always, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy during these trying times. This has been Synsei Inc., and I will see you all in the next video.